Hello, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. I'm Shelly and I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay. And you can find me everywhere at ShellBellePosh. So here on YouTube, on Instagram, and on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay, and I will have all of those linked in the description below if you want to check any of those places out. And I am going to be talking about some of my sales in this video, so I'm going to do a little bit of a ship with me. So this is just from the last 2 days. So this is a Friday, so I'm going to be shipping out everything from Thursday and Friday. And I'm also going to be talking a little bit about how you can make more sales on other platforms by cross-listing. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with some of my sales, and then we'll talk about that a little bit later as well. So for Poshmark, I'm going to start out with Poshmark first. Poshmark is my biggest closet, and it is where I list everything first. And so, and then from Poshmark, I then cross-list to Mercari and eBay. So I'm going to start out with Poshmark because I printed those ones out first. So I will have the item next to me so you can kind of see it a little bit better as well. So this first item is a Lulu's tank top, or I guess it's, I don't know, it's kind of like a tank top, crop top kind of thing, and it wraps in the back. And I picked this up at the Goodwill outlet, and I sold it for $25, and I'm going to be using a Tyvek envelope, and you can get these for free from the post office. And then I also have my labels. I use a Dymo label maker, label printer, so I have all my labels here. So there is our first one. And then our next item, oh, and that was a full price sale actually. Someone had sent me an offer on it, and then it was like this morning, and I didn't see it like right away, and then they just bought it outright, which is fine. I would have accepted their offer. I don't think they offered like anything too low, but they went ahead and accepted, or they went ahead and paid full price. This next item is a pair of jeans, and this I picked up pretty recently at Savers. And this is a pair of Citizens of Humanity jeans, and these sold again actually for full price, and they sold for $100, which I'm very happy with. So yeah, I picked these up in a recent Savers haul that you can check out if you are interested. And when I close up my labels, I make sure to close them like as small as I can so they can fit nicely in people's mailboxes and everything. There's not a lot of extra room for the item to move. And then I take my label and I put that over top of the place where the adhesive was, just to kind of give it a little bit of extra security. So there is that. And then our next item is this pair of Beyond Yoga bike shorts, and these I picked up at a small consignment store, and I paid $6 for them, and those sold for $30, and those sold actually pretty quickly. That was like, I think, my second offer on them. The other offer was a lower offer, and I countered back and forth a couple times, but they did not end up accepting. But this person, again, they countered back and forth a little bit, but we ended up at $30, so I was happy with that. So here is that. And let's see, let's do one more Poshmark. Okay, this next item is a Abercrombie & Fitch blouse, and I picked this up at the Goodwill outlet again, so the Goodwill bins, and this sold for $25. And usually at the bins, my cost of goods ends up being like around $2. The location I go to is $2 a pound, and with things being like some things weighing over a pound, some things weighing under a pound, it ends up being about $2 per item for me. Okay, so there is that item. So before we get back into shipping, I'm going to talk a little bit about the sponsor of today's video. So I want to thank you to Vendoo for sponsoring, and I'm going to talk about their cross-listing feature, which is what I personally use the most of, and it has actually really helped me because about 6 months ago I was not selling on eBay, and installing Vendoo was kind of the push I needed to start listing over there, because I was definitely a little bit intimidated by how many things you had to add with eBay. Having Vendoo kind of already put in some of the categories for me was super helpful, just to kind of make it a little bit easier for me to see what is already in there, what I have to add a little bit, especially with eBay. They want you to add like a ton of specifics on eBay. I do not add all of them. You definitely can if you would like to, but I add as many as I can. So I will show you a little bit how I'm doing that. But yeah, Vendoo has helped me so much in being able to get my items on other sites, specifically with eBay, because I did not have an eBay account before I started using Vendoo. I kind of was only cross-listing manually myself from Poshmark to Mercari, and I was definitely making sales on Mercari, so I kept doing that. But I wanted to kind of move over to eBay, but was, like I said, intimidated by the listing and everything. So for me getting Vendoo, it was just very helpful and more of a streamlined process, and now I'm able to cross-list my items from Poshmark to Mercari and eBay. And for me cross-listing both of those items to do 2 different platforms, it probably takes me about half the time it took for me to manually cross-list a single item just to one site, which was Mercari for me. So yeah, I'm very happy that I have found Vendoo, and I am glad that I'm able to talk about it with you guys. If you want to learn a little bit more about Vendoo, please click my link down below. You can sign up for yourself and start using the platform, and it hopefully will help you make more sales and be able to help you branch out to other platforms. They have tons of different ones. They have Etsy, they have Vestiaire Collective, they have Depop, some ones that I don't use, but if you use those, then they also have those for you, which is awesome. So please click the link down below if you want to learn more about that. And let's get back into my shipping. Okay, the next item is a men's item, and this is a marine layer polo, and this I picked up at Savers, and this sold, I think this was also this was an offer. I think I had it listed at $45, and they offered me $35, and I went ahead and accepted that. And yeah, this was pretty recently picked up from Savers. And I don't remember my exact cost of goods for that trip. Usually for Savers, it kind of depends. It's usually like 6 or 7, sometimes a little bit higher, because Savers prices are just a little bit higher. But so yeah, there is that item. And we have another men's item. This is a J. Crew athletic top, and I picked this up at the bins, and this sold for $20, and that was an offer that I was sent. And let's see. So yeah, this actually is a J. Crew factory piece, and I don't know. Sometimes like basics from J. Crew, if they are a newer item and I find them at the Goodwill outlet, then I will pick them up. And that was one of these items, and so it sold pretty quickly, actually. I want to say within a couple weeks. So I'm pretty happy with that. And I'm going to get this label on there. And then we are actually down to our last Poshmark sale, and then I'm going to move into my eBay and my Mercari sales. So the next Poshmark sale is this brand, Skeeta, I think. I'm not 100% sure how to say this brand. I actually talked about it in my last bins haul because I found quite a few of it, almost like, I want to say like 15 or 16 pieces. And this is like my 5th or 6th one to sell. The other one sold last week. So I'm very happy that I found all of those because they're doing really well. This hat in particular sold for $20. And, you know, at the bins, like I said, my cost of goods usually is about $2 per item. So $2 to $20 in a little bit less than a week now since I've listed those items is awesome. So there is that. And now we're going to move on into 2 Mercari sales. Just 2. And this first one is a bins find, and this is a vintage Walt Disney shirt, and this is from Animal Kingdom Lodge, and this sold for $25 on Mercari. And for Mercari and eBay, I use I use poly mailers. So for this one, I'm gonna find one that will be a good size. I think this will fit, yeah. This is a 9x12, and I'm gonna put it in here. So yeah, this sold for $25. That was an offer that someone sent me, and I went ahead and accepted. And again, I'm just gonna put the label right on the front. So there's that piece. And then we have one more Mercari, which is this really pretty tank top. And it is the brand A Beautiful Soul, which I'm pretty sure is Altered States, like plus size side of their store. I'm fairly certain. But this was a item, again, that I found at the Goodwill outlet. That is where I do a majority of my sourcing. And so that is why a lot of items come from there. And actually, it's a really pretty tank top. It has like nice embroidery on it. I'm going to see if I can fold it a little bit better than how it was folded. And this item sold for $29, and that actually was the price that was on there, so they purchased this for full price. And I had this item on, I forget what Mercari calls it, but they have a feature on Mercari where you are able to, it will slowly drop the price for you. And so I believe I had this item on there. I originally listed it at $35, and I said that they could drop the price until $29. So it had been dropped, and then someone came in and paid full price for that $29. So here is this one. And now we are on to our 3 eBay sales. So for eBay, they do have if you have like a store subscription, they will send you a coupon every quarter for, depending on your store, it's different prices. But I got some of these poly mailers from that. And so the first item is a pair of Madewell pants. And these I picked up at a normal Goodwill outside of Boston. And these actually sold for full price, so a lot of full price sales this time around. And these sold for $35. So these are on eBay. And then with eBay, they pay shipping as well. And then out of the money they give me for shipping, I then purchase their shipping label. Okay, there's that one. And then we have another eBay full price sale. So this is a LL Bean. It is a short sleeve cashmere. I think it's cashmere or is it wool? No, it's cashmere. So it's a cashmere like short sleeve sweater. And this again, the buyer just purchased it outright, and it sold for $35. So So here is this one, and I'm going to stick on my label, and then we only have one more sale after this one. Okay, so there's that. And then the last sale is, oh, and the Elo Bean sweater came from the bins as well. And then this last piece also I picked up at the Goodwill bins or the Goodwill outlet, and it is a Becca Swim like cover up kind of dress. And this was, I believe I listed it at $25 and the buyer offered $15, and so I went ahead and accepted. And yeah, this sold for $15. And this is our last eBay sale and also the last sale for the ship with me. So that is all of my sales for the last couple of days. And yeah, let's see. How many do I have? 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So not horrible, 11 sales. I'm going to get these to the post office. Thank you so much for watching the video. Please subscribe if you're not already for more reseller content, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!